When disaster strikes, the most urgent and immediate need is water. While food often gets the spotlight in emergency prepping, water is the true non-negotiable. A human being can survive without food for up to 3 weeks, but without water, just 3 days, and those 3 days get worse with every passing hour. Dehydration affects your body, your mind, and your decision making, turning a bad situation into a fatal one. That's why water must be your top priority when storing supplies. You need to think beyond a single case of bottled water shoved in a closet. You need redundancy. Store clean drinking water in multiple containers, gallon jugs, stackable water bricks, even 5-gallon drums if space allows. The general rule is **, 1 gallon per person per day **, and that's just for drinking and minimal hygiene. If you have a family of 4, storing a bare minimum 3-day supply means 12 gallons, and that won't last long. But storage alone isn't enough. Emergencies evolve. What if you run out? What if the tap runs dry or the supply gets contaminated? That's why **, filtration and purification are just as critical **. A high-quality water filter, such as a Berkey or Sawyer, can turn questionable sources into safe drinking water. Water purification tablets and unscented bleach are compact, cheap, and effective backups that can kill harmful bacteria and viruses in untreated water. You should also identify potential water sources near your home: lakes, streams, ponds, rain collection setups, and understand how to treat them. In long-term scenarios, a rain catchment system can be a lifesaver if you have the tools to make that water safe. Don't underestimate how fast panic sets in when people are thirsty. In every major disaster, water shortages are among the first signs of collapse. Lines form, tempers flare, and shelves empty in hours. But if you've prepared in advance, you stay calm, you stay hydrated, you stay alive. Water isn't just survival, it's power. In a crisis, it becomes currency, leverage, and hope. Store it, protect it, and never take it for granted. When it comes to emergency preparedness, food is your fuel. It's what keeps your body moving, your mind focused, and your will strong in the face of crisis. But not all food is created equal. When the power goes out, the roads are blocked, and grocery store shelves are stripped bare. What you need is a long-term food supply that doesn't rely on refrigeration, has a long shelf life, and provides the calories and nutrients needed to function under stress. Start with the staples: rice, beans, oats, pasta, and canned goods. These items are inexpensive, easy to store, and packed with energy. Canned proteins like tuna, chicken, salmon, or Spam are crucial. They provide the fat and protein your body craves during physical and mental strain. Nut butters, canned soups, dehydrated potatoes, powdered milk, and meal replacement bars should also be on your shelf. These foods may not win gourmet awards, but in a grid-down emergency, they're gold. You don't need a bunker full of food to start. Even a 2-week supply for your household puts you far ahead of most people. Build up slowly every trip to the store, grab a few extra items, use and rotate your supplies to keep them fresh and prevent waste. This isn't doomsday paranoia, it's everyday wisdom. Storms, blackouts, job loss, or supply chain disruptions can all create sudden food insecurity. Also consider shelf-stable emergency food kits, the kind that last 20-25 years if stored properly. These are compact and nutrient-dense, perfect for long-term crises. They're not cheap, but they can be a smart investment once you've built your basic pantry. And don't forget comfort food. Chocolate, tea, spices, or instant coffee can lift morale in hard times. When you're cold, tired, and worried, a warm, familiar taste can make a world of difference. In the end, storing food isn't just about survival, it's about control. It's about not having to beg, panic, or fight for your next meal. It's about facing the unknown with strength, dignity, and a full belly. In any emergency where help may not arrive for hours or even days, your medical supplies become your frontline defense. When hospitals are overwhelmed, pharmacies are closed, and first responders can't get to you, having a well-stocked ready-to-use first aid kit can make the difference between a minor injury and a life-threatening crisis. It's not just about having Band-Aids and antiseptic wipes. It's about being able to treat pain, stop bleeding, fight infection, and stabilize someone until real help becomes available. Start with the basics: bandages of all sizes, gauze, medical tape, antiseptic solutions like iodine or hydrogen peroxide, and antibiotic ointment. Add pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, antihistamines for allergic reactions, and antidiarrheal medications, which are crucial in maintaining hydration when clean water is limited. Gloves, tweezers, a digital thermometer, scissors, and burn cream are all must-haves. But go further. Include items like a tourniquet, hemostatic gauze for stopping major bleeding, and an emergency blanket. These tools save lives in trauma situations. You should also store any prescription medications you or your loved ones depend on at least a 30-day backup, properly labeled and rotated to stay current. If someone in your home uses an inhaler, insulin, or blood pressure medication, a short-term emergency without those supplies can quickly become fatal. Consider also adding a medical reference book or printed guides. In high-stress situations, even basic procedures can be hard to remember. A step-by-step guide can help you stay calm and respond correctly. What's often overlooked is dental care. A toothache or infection in a long-term emergency can turn into a serious health risk. Store clove oil, temporary filling material, and basic dental tools if possible. Ultimately, your emergency medical kit is a silent guardian. It sits quietly until the moment it's needed most, and when that moment comes, it can mean the difference between crisis and control, between panic and preparedness. You may never have to play medic, but if you do, you'll be ready. Because in a true emergency, you don't just need food and water, you need the ability to heal. When the power grid goes down, the darkness becomes more than just an inconvenience, it becomes a threat. Without light, simple tasks become dangerous. Without communication, you're cut off from vital information. And without backup power, your most essential tools, phones, radios, even medical devices can fail when you need them most. That's why storing off-grid lighting and power solutions is absolutely critical in any emergency plan. Start with reliable light sources. Flashlights, headlamps, lanterns, and glow sticks should be spread throughout your home, not just in one drawer. LED lanterns that run on AA or D batteries offer long-lasting illumination, and headlamps free up your hands for other tasks like cooking or medical care. Solar-powered lights, especially those with built-in USB charging ports, are fantastic because they recharge during the day and shine all night. Crank-powered flashlights are another excellent choice, no batteries needed, just muscle. Next comes power. Portable solar panels are becoming more affordable and more powerful. A small foldable panel can recharge phones, power banks, and small radios, giving you critical access to news, weather alerts, and emergency broadcasts. Combine this with a battery bank that stores power throughout the day, and you've got a low-cost, off-grid power system. Don't forget crank radios. They're essential for staying informed when cell towers go down or the internet fails. Many models combine AM/FM/WB reception, solar charging, and flashlight features in one unit. Candles and oil lamps might seem old-fashioned, but they still have a place. Just be sure to store them safely and understand the fire risks involved. LED candles or puck lights are safer alternatives with long battery life. It's easy to take electricity for granted until it's gone. Then you realize how quickly you can be plunged into chaos. But with the right gear stored ahead of time, you stay illuminated, connected, and one step ahead of the panic. In a world suddenly without power, your light becomes leadership for your family, your neighbors, and yourself. In an emergency, chaos can erupt faster than you imagine, and one of the most vital resources you'll need isn't just physical, it's informational. Maps, documents, instructions, and contact details become crucial when digital systems fail. Storing essential documents and physical information can make the difference between staying organized and falling into confusion. When the internet goes down, your phone battery dies, or your cloud storage is unreachable, the paper in your hand becomes your lifeline. Start with personal identification, copies of driver's licenses, passports, birth certificates, and social security cards. You'll need these if you're ever displaced, need to access services, or re-establish your identity in a larger crisis. Keep printed copies of insurance policies, home, health, auto, deeds or rental agreements, vehicle registrations, and medical records. If someone in your family takes prescription medications or has allergies or conditions, having that in writing could save their life in a chaotic setting. Add emergency contact lists, not just family and friends, but also local police, fire, emergency services, and neighbors you trust. Store these in a waterproof folder or fireproof bag. Don't rely on your phone for numbers. If it's dead or lost, that information is gone unless you've prepared in advance. Also include survival guides, first aid manuals, and printed instructions on water purification, emergency radio frequencies, and food storage. These are easy to overlook, but in high-stress moments, you may not remember critical steps. A simple printed sheet can ground you in action. Maps of your city and state are a must, especially if GPS services fail or you're forced to evacuate. You can also store small amounts of emergency cash in small bills because ATM might be down and card readers won't work without power. Having this information stored and ready doesn't just help you, it gives you a sense of calm in a storm. You're not guessing, scrambling, or depending on luck. You're following a plan. When others are overwhelmed, you're informed and in control. In survival, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. When disaster hits, the world doesn't just get darker, it gets louder, more desperate, and more dangerous. In these moments, the final thing you must store isn't physical at all, but just as critical, self-defense tools. You may hope to never use them, but when help is hours or days away and tensions are high, protecting your loved ones may fall entirely on your shoulders. Even in nonviolent emergencies, theft, looting, and desperation can quickly spiral into personal danger. If you own firearms and are trained, that's one layer of defense, but for many, legal, ethical, or safety concerns mean seeking other options. Non-lethal tools can still be incredibly effective. Pepper spray is compact, legal in most places, and can stop an attacker long enough for you to escape. Stun guns or tasers, where permitted, offer another level of personal security. Loud personal alarms can alert neighbors or startle intruders into retreating. Even tactical flashlights with strobe modes can disorient a threat in the dark. But it's not just about having a tool, it's about knowing how to use it. Store your defense items in accessible, strategic locations, and make sure everyone in the home knows where they are and how they work. Practice with them. Muscle memory matters in high-stress moments. Consider basic self-defense training or online courses so you're not just holding a tool, you know how to use it effectively and responsibly. Improvised tools count too. A heavy flashlight, a sharpened stick, or even a can of wasp spray can become protection in an emergency. Think of what you have around your home that could become a barrier between you and harm. Defending your home also means reinforcing it, locking windows using door braces, placing motion, detecting lights or noise traps around entry points. You don't have to live in fear, just in readiness. Safety isn't paranoia, it's preparation, and when danger comes knocking, it's far better to have a plan than to panic. Your ability to defend, deter, and delay can be the final barrier between chaos and survival.